Hey, I'm Topik of Walleyes fishing guide up here in northern Minnesota, using a popular technique these days, jigging plastics, jigging crawler, but tungsten jigs using forward-facing sonar to get a bite. You know, when choosing a tungsten jig, a variety of sizes, colors are very important, and they'd have that at Mission Tackle. The heavy metal jig comes in lots of different colors, and the sizes are 1/16, which is what this is, a 1/8, a quarter, and now 3/8. And you're really gonna pick the size of tungsten based on, one, the kind of action. If you're gonna work it super fast and aggressive, you're gonna wanna have your jig. And if it's a tough bite, or maybe you have clear, calm conditions and the fish are spooky, like we have on a lot of these northern Minnesota lakes that are super clear, and it's really hard to get to within 50, 60 feet of the fish, I like to go with a 1/16. The 1/16 ounce jig works great with a jig and a crawler, a jig and a minnow, and a jig and a leech. With this wide gap and long shank, you can rig a crawler on there, and the hook keep will keep your crawler on longer, lasts longer, you get more cast out of your crawler, and ultimately you have a higher success rate with hookups. So I'm gonna go ahead and rig up a crawler. I like to start with the dark end of a night crawler. I'm gonna work this jig in through so that the keep actually comes through about where the collar is on the night crawler. It's a little tougher tissue, holds better to the hook keep. Just like a bass worm or a plastic, I'm gonna start on the tip, work that baby on nice and straight, all the way to that keep. Now look at the hook keep right there. Crawler stuck on it. I'm just going to slide that over, give it a little pinch right there. The keep is coming through the night crawler. That's going to hang that on there perfectly for cast after cast. I can really whip this night crawler now, and it's not going to slide down. And you can see that nice mustad hook sticking out. Perfect placement for the next bite. You know, the benefit of live bait in a 1/16 ounce jig is we have fish up here in 12 feet of water. I can cast it out there, and the trick with live bait, just like a bobber, is to let that bait hang, just hang right above the fish. And I can watch the fish interact with forward-facing sonar. So with this live bait, I can keep it above them, I can work it, I can jig a little bit, and I can let it hang right above them, just like a bobber. Out goes the worm. Getting it down to a little pot of fish, reeling it ever so slowly, watch them interact. I'm just waiting for a tick. And actually the thing, just like live bait rigging with a jig and a crawler, when you get a bite, you're actually gonna just drop them a little line, let them eat it, just like you would with a Lindy rig. And when you get the bite, you're just gonna reel down and set the hook. There's one. The old jig and a crawler. Fish. My partner Dan can get this one. Live scoping. This little walleye. Nice. And look how they eat it too. That premium finish. Chowed it. Heavy metal jig. This walleye didn't have a chance. Live bait, forward facing sonar. Ultra clear lakes. Heavy metal jig. Get you some.